Welcome, paranormal seekers, and let us go into the abyss. Join us to open your mind, both of your ears, and all three of your eyes, and discuss all things supernatural. We believe that we all learn from each other, and we all have a lot to learn. What will you learn today? Here are your hosts, paranormal investigator Shawn Gilmore and chaos witch Zarina Crow.
Why does that never get old? Zarina Crow. Welcome, everybody, into the party that is Into the Abyss this week. I'm your host, Shawn Gilmore, with my co-host, Zarina Crow. I'm going to have Carl change it, so it's Shawn.
I think you should get equal play, bro. I'm down for that, for real.
Do you think he could like go the Crow, Shawn, Crow?
I know.
Crow. That'd be stupid. I'm kidding. So anyway,
but you are a Crow brother. You know, remember you did get your name.
I did.
You did.
So everybody, we're just jumping right into it. It is we are special guests from our show that is tomorrow, the Criptic Paranormal Show.
Yes.
We have Heisenberg and we have D Nice. Yep. We could do the Brady Bunch thing.
I know, right? I don't know what you're talking about, man.
But like I have to get used to like looking the opposite way of what I really want to do. I'd be the one to mess it up.
Looking this way. Hey, Shawn. Oh, wait.
I'm definitely not Marsha. I'm just saying.
You are the
Marsha. Crow.
Just stop. It's awful.
Off to a fun start.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just chilling.
So we got Tony Sakari's already on saying hi. Eddie Penn. So awesome. So wow, thank you for coming.
I love my Eddie. Heart bump.
And Zarina is in a very good mood today, which is awesome. Today is also a special day because it's Goose's birthday.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
Happy birthday, ass.
Can I do it? Can I do it now, Shawn?
Okay, well,
Can I do it now? Can I do it now?
Oh, good Lord.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give you the full screen. How about that?
Oh
No, do not do that, Shawn Gilmore. I'm already freaked out enough.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you can always do the Jim Morrison and turn backwards.
No, I'm going to do it the Maryland style for my Mr. Goose.
Uh-oh.
Happy birthday, Goose. Happy birthday, Goose. Happy birthday, Mr. Goozby. Happy birthday to you.
Oh,
I know. I'm like, thank you, Zarina. That was beautiful.
I know.
I need a minute. I'll be right back.
I've got some tissues here if you need them.
Oh, good Lord. That was awesome. Thank you, Zarina.
You're very welcome.
Now it's your turn, Shawn.
That was a great rendition.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, don't worry, Goose. You're going to get a Gilmore.
Uh-oh.
See, the thing is like July is like my family's birthday month. Like,
yeah,
everybody's birthday is this month, but mine. All three of my kids and my wife.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Yeah. Expensive month.
It's like Christmas, and then 6 months later, it kind of works out, really.
Yeah.
But, so we get a lot of practice in July singing "Happy Birthday." But it's hard to get everybody together all at once. one kid's playing Fortnite, the other one's outside playing soccer, the other one's watching other people play with toys on YouTube. I don't know.
The worst.
I know, right?
I hate it.
So I do have a special birthday song planned, Gilmore style, but it will be at the top of the 9 o'clock hour.
I can't wait.
It'll be, yep. It's gonna happen. So as long as everyone comes downstairs, that's the one thing that sucks about being in the basement is I can't. I might have to turn my camera off for a minute so you guys can round up the troops. But man, so what are you guys doing? Like, okay, so Goose, Heisenberg, like we're all on the same team, so I kind of know what you guys are doing. Like what is everyone doing? Like there's no this virus is like taking away everything. Like paranormal investigators,
it's sucking big balls.
I mean, and now starting to take investigators. It's messed up. What's going on?
I don't know. It fucking really sucks, man. We were supposed to go to the Gettysburg Bash the next weekend.
Yep.
And that got canceled. And I get it. I understand. We got, and honestly, I was having some anxiety in the first place about going.
Right.
As bad as I wanted to go, I was going to go regardless. But my wife decided to not go with the girls because she was getting nervous about it. And then I started thinking, I'm like, I don't know. But they keep promising, everybody's going to be okay. But then, you're just watching the numbers. I mean, seeing how many people are being affected by this and passing away. And then, all of a sudden I know people at work who've lost, relatives to it, and seeing people in the paranormal field that I follow and have spoken to on, several accounts passing away all of a sudden from it. And and it's not just like they got sick and then a couple weeks later. It's like they got sick and then 2 days later. Like we were just seeing them on Facebook like a week ago.
Right. It's absolutely insane. And then and then so here in Ohio, Mike DeWine, our governor, was supposed to give like this big speech today. We're like, oh, what's he gonna do? It's all over the news. What's he gonna say? What's he gonna shut down? What's gonna happen? And they built it up, and they built it up, and they built it up, and then they built it up, and then he comes on and he says absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
more of the same.
It's like you might want to wear
really
masks,
guys. Right? And if numbers are really bad, everyone needs to make sure to wear masks.
Cancel your family reunions and wear masks, and this will all go away. I mean, that's what we've been telling everybody to begin with. But
I feel like everything is escalating.
Like they're playing mind games with us, though. I feel like they're kind of messing with us a little bit.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like I'm not saying I'm not downplaying anything. Don't get me wrong. But it's weird that stuff like that happens. And then on top of that, the freaking president. I don't know if it's the president. The government. Right, is making it so that the numbers are no longer being reported to the CDC. It gets now reported straight to the United States government.
Right.
And that's not some shady shit. I'm sorry, but that's some shady shit. What the heck is going on?
I don't know. I feel like at any moment I have in my bug out bag ready and a 6-inch knife, just because if it goes 28 days, I know I'm a little chunky butt. So I'm gonna probably die first. So I'm gonna go out fighting like hell. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna kill anybody trying to eat me. Like zombie style.
I'll tell you what. Until all this started, I didn't keep my 12 gauge loaded. Now it's locked and loaded. It's literally it's locked. I keep it locked. I keep it safe.
Well, I always thought
it's loaded. It was never loaded before. Like I never kept it in its locked case loaded before. I keep it loaded now.
I always thought you did, because you're pretty OG. You gangster to me, bro.
It's a pistol grip. It is a pistol grip. It's cool though. And I think the reason why I got a pistol grip is because of like the old school like pistol grip pump.
Hey, Shawn, what is your area code up there in Ohio?
Which area code?
Your area code for your phone. What is your area code?
330.
What?
330.
You're the 330 OG up there in Ohio.
LeBron James has 330 tattooed on.
You're the 330, bro.
LeBron James has the 330 tattooed. We're getting no comments, guys, just so you know.
Yeah, they're like, look, what the hell was wrong with them? What are they really drinking? We should have had bottles and shots. So every time a goose had like a potty mouth or a word, that we would have took a shot. I'm just saying.
Oh, you guys be fucking drunk 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. Yeah. People really
like, dude, we got a reputation to upkeep.
Right?
No, I tell all of our guests, you know, we could say whatever we want. And I always on Spreaker, it's automatically on adult content. Oh,
yeah.
Because you know, it's when the fuck someone's going to swear. I mean, it just like comes out. So, and I want people to be able to, like, all of our shows, like I want the environment to be like we're hanging out and chilling, and that's like what it's all about. We're hanging out, we're talking about each other, we're promoting each other, we're helping each other, and we're having a fun time doing it. I mean, so it's like we don't need filters for that shit, you know. There's, you know, the TV filters enough. We don't need to filter ourselves. That's bullshit.
Well, Zarina's been good. I'm usually the one that talks with a pirate mouth, so Zarina has her halo on today. You know, a little bit. Like,
yeah, okay.
Sort of.
Take that shit off and throw it out.
Yeah, it was last week. She was looking for a halo. All she could find was horns.
Yeah, I don't know what. I lost those horns too. I have to find them. Those are my bling bling horns. You know. Just saying.
I took my shirts down.
I noticed that.
Well, I couldn't find the shirt I wanted up, so I just took them all down.
Well, I just figured you were doing.
I wanted my gone ghostin' with the goose or whatever. The goose shirt. It's in my laundry basket somewhere, and I couldn't have that one up, so I took them all down.
Well,
I'm wearing my Dark Alley shirt. That's good enough.
Well, I just feel like, you know, it looked like a Chinese laundry. You know, Mr. Ting Ting, you lost your ticket or something.
Well, what I'm going to do is, like, there's this white thing that's behind me over there, and
yes,
that's an old like big sign from Ectovision. I just turned around back. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna like lower it and maybe find a way to like maybe put like some wires down and hang my shirts across there. It's going to happen. Don't steal my idea, people. And I'm gonna have these shirts because, like, dude, like when I was growing up, I always loved band shirts. Always loved content.
Yeah.
And like I'm going through my closet, I'm like, holy crap! I have a lot of paranormal shirts. These are awesome. I should put these up instead of like my original poster idea. So I'm gonna.
Yeah. My favorite is my Led Zeppelin. It's got bleach spots all over it, but it's so vintage and ripped and holy and gnarly. It's my holy shirt of Zeppelin.
I had a Metallica Master of Puppets shirt like that. And hi Mitzi. And I had a shirt like that.
Sorry.
And so yeah, I was. And Tool. I've had like I can't tell you. Tool and Nice Nails shirts. I had a Marilyn Manson shirt that said "I'm the God of Fuck" on the back of it.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I need that shirt.
I was like 16 and I worked at the San Diego airport.
Nice.
Oh, security approached me and said, "Take your shirt off." I'm like, what? I forgot what shirt I had.
My favorite shirt, one of my other favorite shirts, because I used to love Tina Turner. I still love Tina Turner, but it says, "I could be your private dancer," and I best t-shirt ever. And it was like. Don't look at me that way. Don't judge me, Shawn Gilmore.
The only one I have left is my Metallica Master of Puppets. That's good.
I love Metallica. I saw them in concert. They're amazing. Amazing.
Twice.
I saw them once a long time ago. It was like, but it was the summer that I don't know if anyone in the Cleveland area remembers this. Green Day did a free show for Buzzard Palooza. Yeah. Right, and then they couldn't play because like people they got to max capacity at the Nautica stage, so they did a $5 concert at Blossom, and then that year Metallica did a concert, and I went to both of the shows. The Metallica show was absolutely insane. People started carrying stuff up. They were burning blankets, throwing people up in the air. And Green honestly wasn't any different, except people started throwing grass. Dude, it was raining grass for freaking like hours. It was insane. and then like for like 10 years after that, we're not able to bring blankets or chairs to rock concerts.
Well, Cali Roots is a totally different experience. Only thing you really do is you get really fucking high and you walk around, listen to music, and the food is phenomenal. So it's nobody fighting. It's just a happy time.
It's like going to like a Grateful Dead concert where everyone's like dancing, like peace and love.
I've been to a few Fish concerts that were the same way.
Oh, Fish concerts are the same as Grateful Dead. I've honestly I've done both. So
little known fact, I was at the last Woodstock, and we bailed right after Metallica, and we got out of there. And thank God we did. We would have all been in jail. We would have all been in jail. It was bad.
I heard some stories from there. So
oh, dude, it was insane. It was chaos. It was like, I'm like, this is not the way I imagined Woodstock. I imagine a bunch of hippies, free love, you know. Yeah. But it's our generation. We destroy things and we get mad and we start burning shit down.
Right. We're such an angry generation. Yeah. It's like
goddamn Gen Xers. We fucked everything up.
I'll tell you what, man. That was like the coolest part of going to a Nails concert. Like Trent, you would go at the end of every concert. He's throwing his keyboards around. Yeah. He's smashing stuff. It's so cool. Now you go see him now, and you know
you walk into the venue, you see everybody around. You're like, my people.
Yeah,
we're all mad about something. I don't know what, but we're all mad.
Right. All right, I'm glad we got all that out of the way, guys, because people come on here with 2 paranormal podcasts, and all we're talking about. So, but I mean, but it makes sense though, because it's like, what else are we gonna do, right? I don't know. I have a new piece of equipment I ordered. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Let's get our spook on.
I'm gonna do a an unboxing of it,
and you already taken.
It's like it's kind of like the PMB.
That's lying.
He's gonna rebox it and then unbox it.
This is the re-unboxing. No.
I'm
gonna put Heisenberg's address on it and
do it.
You just made fun of your kids for watching videos of other people playing with toys, and then you're going to make a video of you playing with toys for other people to watch.
Yeah, just don't do that voice.
Wait a minute. No, what I'm doing is I am showing my excitement for receiving a new piece of paranormal equipment to help promote the guy who works very hard to make this a piece of equipment that I'm very
good idea. Okay. Good idea.
Okay.
But
it was a little bit. No, I'm not gonna lie.
Sean, it has been a while since we had a video of your nap time. I'm just saying we need that meditational moment.
You're right. You know what? It's been a while since you've done a reading on air. So.
Hey, look. I'm just saying. I'm on point.
Oh, you should give Goose a birthday reading.
Ooh. What?
No? Okay.
I will do Goose a birthday reading.
I put you.
No, I can, but I might not want to put all his business out there on air. I mean, I might have to do that.
We don't want to know his business.
In the inbox.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll slide a reading into your DMs later, Goose.
Ashley.
I don't know how to take that.
Goose and
there you go.
So, but what about? I feel like they're forgetting a couple.
Yeah.
Here.
Fuck you, Heisenberg.
What?
just said hi to just me and Goose. That's it.
We love you, guys.
But you know what? This is how Missy says hi to everyone. So
hi, Missy.
I know. I mean, he's like so quiet down there. I just want to like shock him or tase him or something. I
don't know. That's just the way I am, man.
So
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to riff on Goose. I just need them to start talking a little bit more so I can get them.
That's what he does. He sits there quietly and bides his time until I fuck up and he can rip on me. Or
he's like he's like a true Heisenberg. He is this mild-mannered, science, chemistry teacher. Then all of a sudden, he's the motherfucking cartel, man. Bam, blowing up people. I'm just saying, don't count this man out. I know.
I'm the one that not.
Say hello to my little friend.
Thank you, Missy.
What's this?
I forgot to share the video. I was having so much fun. So you guys talk amongst yourselves.
What?
Oh, that's horrible.
Are you no.
I totally forgot to
ask me questions. I don't work until tomorrow night.
I know. Right? We're just talking. I mean, we're just hanging out and having fun. So, Zarina.
Yes.
How's it going?
How you doing?
See how you know she's like super like all this positive energy coming off of her today.
Yeah, I've been doing my spiritual work. I'm just saying.
All right. Well, I'm glad to see you with higher spirits today. I'm glad to see you doing well.
Mm-hmm.
We need that. We need that.
Yeah, I don't have no bitches in a jar this week. I'm doing real good. I know, right?
That means we need.
Yeah, my shelf's empty too.
That really means that we need to be careful because she has jars empty, so she can fill it with us.
Just a matter of time.
Yep.
Oh, I've moved on to a whole new level of method.
Oh, you've moved away from the jars. You're doing something else.
How do you put a bitch in a jar?
I will show you.
Oh,
it's quite fun.
Like not me, right?
No, baby. Trust me, if you get somebody
this is chaos.
You're thinking right.
Just trust me.
We'll have this conversation outside of the band, so I can clue you in how to really work it.
I want to learn how to put bitches in jars.
I will teach you how to work it and reverse it. Put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
All right.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
It is. It's very
fun. Good night, Ashley.
Bye, Ashley.
Bye,
Ashley.
Bye, Ashley. Sorry, I'm not on here. I'm not in the chat room. I'm trying to share the video around and trying to multitask, which everyone knows I suck horribly at. So,
you're doing great.
Keep it up. I had her D-Nice. She's our social media coordinator.
Yeah. Except you still try to click on it when I already clicked on it.
I know.
So who's clicking on them now? Because I have not clicked. I think
I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it.
I'm not clicking on anything because I am not a clicker. Because I tend to overclick because I get click happy. So my hands are right here behaving and stuff and all that good stuff.
Missy.
That was me.
No, it's cool. It's all, we all work in the same network, so we all have control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
yes, so much for I'm not working until tomorrow.
I don't have control, and very, very rightly so.
I love Missy Vastine because let me tell you what, because like she knows when we get on house party, Lord, it's a hot mess. It's just like both of us are like, it's double trouble. She's like I feel like I'm Thelma and Louise with her. She's my badass. I love her. Oh, my Melvin's on. Hi, Melvin.
Oh, Melvin. So, Melvin, welcome to the show of chaos.
Yes.
That is today. It is not only a full house, but it's a house day.
Oh, come on, man.
Wolver just fired you.
The Man Mountain has spoken. You have been fired.
Wolver, it's a bitch in a jar. Okay. New song. There's a song from Saturday Night Live.
Uh-huh.
The Dick in a Box. You know that song?
Yeah. I saw where he was going with that.
It's in a jar.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
What do you think gets put in the jar?
What?
Bolivar can come down here and fire me face to face.
Oh,
Ooh. Hey, can we put y'all on Jello and make some money for whatever we're doing for the charity and stuff? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Jello.
talking about. Yes.
Jello wrestling.
If y'all
You
want
and
to
Bolivar.
wrestle, I mean, look, let me tell you what. Let's make some money, put it to a good cause. Para-Jello wrestling, right there, folks.
Right.
Right
Oh,
on.
man, I don't like Jello.
Sclerosis Society. Forget the multiple sclerosis society. Well, we're gonna donate to Jello wrestling. Because that's just what people want to see. They want to see me Jello wrestle. Oh my God, what a nightmare that would be.
Oh,
Maybe people could pay not to see it.
Mud wrestling, I'm just saying that's more guy. You know what I'm just saying?
As long as it's not lime, I prefer cherry. Just saying.
Oh, that would
Not-
stink.
just
'Cause
anything
you're not
but
thinking
grape.
right.
Just anything.
Grape.
Yeah, I'm not.
No, I want grape.
I'm not
I'm not going to wrestle it. I'm just going to eat it.
Hopefully before, not after.
You can eat it after we wrestle in it.
Oh,
Okay. As long as it's grape.
As long as it's grape. Oh my God.
Oh, gosh.
Well,
Back-
Dave is talking about back in the college days, it would be Hershey chocolate syrup.
Mm.
Mm.
I don't know what college you went to, bro.
We did a pool of. We did a pool
he
of
went to the same one
ramen
my brother
noodles.
went, so that makes sense.
Ooh, ramen.
Yeah.
Ramen noodles. Yes.
Yeah.
I think Ohio
Cheap
University.
ramen noodles. Like my daughter's like all in the anime and stuff, and
Yeah.
so she like saw like some anime person. I don't know who it is eating ramen with eggs. So she had
Yes.
my wife like scramble eggs with her ramen noodles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
I put cheese in
When
it
I'm-
or
when I-
like back in the day when before I worked my
Mhm.
my day jobs, and I was scrounging for change. You find different ways to eat ramen noodles, but I never added egg to it.
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
not?
Oh yeah. I used to
I
cook it.
I just can't eat it plain. I put my kimchi in it. I put an egg in it. I slice up some chicken. I mean, you got to have a whole Asian flair with that.
I mean, I've done that. I've done that. Like I put ham in it before, and chicken, and cheese, and all sorts of stuff. Hot sauce, all that. But I never did egg. It never crossed my mind to do egg.
Yeah, I
You
used to
should.
fry it up with some soy sauce and put some egg in it,
Mhm.
some onion.
Oh.
It was like poor man's lo mein.
Mhm.
Oh, there you go.
Basically.
Just
Yep.
don't eat it before an investigation, because then you'll get some serious phantom smells.
What was that? What was that?
Oh Lord. So speaking of, a lot of people in the paranormal field trying to
That's the weirdest segue I've ever seen.
I'm trying to direct the show here, people.
There was
I'm
no
trying to
segue there.
direct the show. So a lot of paranormal investigators, like their homes have activity.
Uh-huh.
Do any of you guys have activity in your homes?
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to have any.
I-
She has a headache.
I'm talking about paranormal people.
Oh.
Oh.
And there's Kay in the background. I hear her laughing at me.
Hi.
Oh, Lord.
Darren Smith says happy birthday.
Thanks, buddy.
No,
I
I
don't-
don't know if you saw. Chris Rowland also says happy birthday.
Thanks,
Right
buddy.
on.
So where I was going with this is and Denise, I don't know how long it's been. Are you able to go to Madison Seminary, because you do a lot of work with the Mad Crew there?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and Goose, you've been there kind of recently, helping with the public investigation and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
With everything that's going on with COVID-19 and everything, do you guys feel like there's a difference in activity and the type of activity that we're getting?
I don't know. I think it's just as active as it always is. I mean, I'm kind of weird, and every time I go, I explain to them, sorry, we haven't been here. We're having a plague, but
They're like, oh yeah,
Well,
we're from
if you
Japan.
think about it, in 1918, right, the
Yeah.
building was being used, right? It
Yeah.
was a busy building. My house was built in 1918, so I mean, there's a lot of things that can go into things. Now, the energy in my home has been kind of different since it started, but that could also be because my kids haven't really left the house in freaking 6 months.
Right.
But
Yeah,
but like when you go to like locations or like your homes, and like with us being home more than normal, like I'm just kind of wondering, like if we like were to like, is this changing things? Like the locations, even if they are having investigations, they aren't happening as often as they used to. So what does that do to those locations that
in smaller groups? Yeah.
Right. So so my question is like, how do you guys think is like this, all of this is affecting the paranormal and the supernatural side of things?
You want to know my, go ahead. Sorry.
It might be. I mean, like the building is always pretty ramped up after we have flashlight tours, because you have hundreds of people going through the building and stories being told 30 times in a night, and we always have good investigations after that. So I mean, it's possible that they're just not getting the energy that they need.
That could be it.
Yeah,
I'm in agreement.
I think they do use our energy when we're in those locations, and they so definitely.
They're also probably, up there having, like this whole poll, or not a poll, but like a whole bet system of like, all the like, well, who's going to go next? I'm just saying, and hang out with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're all like that, I just
watching.
had that. Yeah, like, oh, she's next, man. I bet you $10 on the other side. And they're taking bets and 1 to 10 split. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they've seen it before, so
right.
Yeah.
Andrew Ruffner, she says maybe it gives the buildings and spirits time to recharge.
Maybe.
I don't know. For me, it was weird because I mean, it had been my first time back at Madison for a while, anyways. I mean, Denise is there all the time, so she things probably weren't different for her, but for me, just being back, there was something off, and I think some of it was just all the crap we're already dealing with outside, and taking that in, and being in certain spots that are negative, but already kind of feeling negative going in just because of what's going on in the world. So it was like I'd already absorbed that, and then going in, it was like, I don't know, it just felt different to me. But it was still active, and then at the end of the night, I had that episode, and it was like, I don't know, it was different. I had to separate myself from the outside to what was going on in the inside.
Yeah.
It was just a weird experience for me. I don't know.
Well, didn't you say that you had kind of like just finished saying like, man, it's a quiet night?
Yeah, I know that's always like the line that gets things going. Oh, it's quiet. I don't know what's going on. It's just weird in here tonight. And then
that's
we
a
go
challenge.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they're like, quiet, huh?
I'll show you quiet.
Right, yeah. So we're doing like one last like group session up in the Civil War side, and there's like that one room that has a table and chairs and like a tea set and everything. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm not even like asking questions. I'm just kind of feeling the space. Yeah. And I start feeling off, like just weird, like I was absorbing some weird shit. And then one of the other volunteers in D-Nice came in and sat down next to me. And the other volunteer, he'd like right away, he's like, dude, you feeling all right? He's like, you're all right? I'm like, I didn't say anything. I couldn't even talk. I mean, it was just weird. I was like frozen. And then I hear D-Nice ask me if I was all right. And I had like just like a split second of clarity where like I'm like looking around, and they're literally sitting right next to me at the table, but I cannot see them. It's so dark. And I was like looking straight out the window, like towards the courtyard in the front. I couldn't see the lights outside. It was just complete dark. I was surrounded by it. And then they confirmed after we walked out that they saw like a globe of darkness around me. So
And
yeah,
I will have to say this on the spiritual side, as much as we're feeling and empathetic and that, you know, that line of energy that we're feeling on our level, you know, on the afterlife side, you know, they feel it too, because I hear the chatter.
Yeah.
So, you know, the difference from a month to 2 months to like 6 months ago, you know, the chatter is different. So, you know, I do want to validate that for you guys. I'm not, you know, speaking specifically about that one particular place that you guys, you know, happen to visit or whatever, just in general. And I think they have this overwhelming sense of feeling as well. And it's just like almost like, you know, there's different type of aspects of energy, and there's this urgency. And it's a strange turn of events for us who kind of are tapped in and has our finger in that hole, you know?
Yeah. Well, here, Darren Smith says he's been the only person in the jail. He works for the Licking County Jail. He's been the only person in jail really since February, and he's there at least once a week, but it feels quiet lately. Definitely different since it's been empty this long. Darren, I'm happy to come. I'll amp it up.
Right.
I've been bugging him. Like every time he posts a picture, I'm like, I want to be there.
Yeah, that was one of the many investigations that we had set up to start off with our year, and almost as soon as we scheduled that, COVID hit.
And so that got canceled. And then my wife is like, "Oh, your investigation's canceled. We're gonna extend our vacation in Myrtle Beach." So I got another. That was fun. I'll tell you what. I'm not going off topic again. The drive home. Oh my God. 77 through West Virginia. Kiss my ass. Okay. Like seriously, both ways there and back. Severe thunderstorms as I'm driving through the mountains in West Virginia.
Nice.
Yeah, it sucked.
No, it was not nice.
No.
It was horrible. I'm driving this rental minivan. It's like a brand new 2020 Chrysler Town and Country. I'm like, I can't drive this beast. It's too big. I drive an SUV with the third row, but it's still not as big as this big ass van. And I'm getting blown all over the freeway. Meanwhile, I'm freaking going 10 miles per hour. Semis are like buzzing around me. I'm like, you're
right, because they drive so fast. Oh my gosh!
Maniac, slow down.
No, I'd be pulling over.
Oh, that was a nightmare.
I do want to.
Sorry, if we didn't extend our stay, I wouldn't have driven through a storm on the way home. I'm just saying.
No, I was gonna say, Linda said something very important that I was gonna ask you guys. You know, have you experienced in your own, in your own individual homes, or notice, like, is it, around you, not just to the places that you guys go for the hunt, the hunts and things.
Well, that's excellent.
Yeah. I never thought about it, but it has been the last 2 months, I'd say. My house has been really, really active, and whatever's here is really messing with my middle son. Mm-hmm. And I never, associated it with COVID. Maybe it is because we're here more often, but yeah, my house has been the same, Linda. It's been just crazy.
Yeah, this is
So I've had this. I'm so
my
sorry.
house too. Last night, in fact, I had to. I'm sorry. I moved into my house and I set some ground rules because I knew that there's some spirits in here. I set some ground rules. I think it was maybe the second time since I moved in this house I had to be like, leave my family alone.
Yeah.
My daughter wouldn't go in her bedroom. I had to freaking go in there and freaking talk smack and be like, dude, that's not okay.
You could have called me. I am your backup.
I handled
I'm very damn ass proud of you.
Archangel Michael's got my back and my spirit.
I'm telling you, because you leveling up. You leveling up. You fixed the hit number 53 right now. Mortal Kombat, baby.
So yeah,
I live less than a mile away from you.
Yeah.
I am so sad that I live so far away from all you guys. I feel like I'm stuck down in like quarantine and the boondocks of Hell, Florida, and I'm like, y'all are up there doing all the stuff. One day I'm gonna get my ass up there because I want to come hang out and do ghosty stuff with y'all.
Yeah, come to MadCon.
We're gonna make it happen.
Shameless plug. Come to MadCon.
What is that? What is
so
it?
So far, it's like the only
September
Paracon that's happening this year.
Well, one nice thing is it's outside, so it's easy to social distance. So I mean,
right.
If I can get there in September, I need to like win the lotto or hustle a sugar daddy real quick. So I'm just saying.
Do it up. Get on Tinder. And so, Andrea says, do you think that all this is because we're all home more? I think, yes, in our homes, the spirits are like, I'm not getting my me time. Like me.
Yeah.
As a dad, I work from home, right? I'm like, I'm not getting my me time. So I can definitely empathize with that. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that a lot of that? Do you think that the locations are slowing down and homes are getting more active because of the change in our energy and our presence?
Yeah, because we're all batteries, and whether we want to admit that or not, and it's a scary thought that we bring that energy, and everything is dormant. I mean, things can be there for 1,000 years, but once some new energy shows up on the scene, and that's why like negativity or things are entity wise will attract to us, because especially people who are spiritual, because they see that energy, they see that vulnerability, they see that openness to just kind of stick their tentacle into that battery and amp up, so it's just, if we're not going there, don't you think that they think, well, if they're not coming, I'm gonna go find it?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Denise, I mean, if they know you, who knows? Oh, here we go. Eddie Pence talking smack about me. One of my friends had his handprints is still engraved in my dash. On a Trans-Allegheny. I believe it. That's a scary ride. All right. So I did mention how setting ground rules when I first moved in my house. So Melvin's asking, how does one set ground rules, and what do you do if they're not followed? Now, I'm the one that brought it up, but do you guys think that you can set ground rules with the spirits in your home?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm scared too. Nope.
I absolutely, from the beginning, learned how to set ground rules. Otherwise, I would never get a shower by myself. I would never, get any sleep. I mean, they're 24/7, and I'm like, yo, no, not today, not right now. Y'all just need, it's like the DMV, take a ticket, go set your ass in the line, because not right now.
I set ground rules, and then I send them back if they follow me home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, a lot of people who don't know about smudging or saging or whatever, make sure you open windows and doors, because if you don't do that, they're just going to be parkouring around your ceiling and different things. And I'm like, yeah. So I'm like,
Now, Zarina, you know how I sage, right? How you
sage, bro?
I keep everything closed until I'm done saging the whole place, and then I go to the front door, go to the main entrance of the home, and I show them the way out.
So you basically
I fill the house with up with smoke. I amp up the house with energy. I make it as uncomfortable as I can for that spirit or that energy.
You hotboxing them.
And then I'm like, this is the door. Get the fuck out.
I've never saged.
And honestly, it works. It works for me. It has worked.
You just really hotbox them. That's your technique.
Well, I don't see, if I have all my windows open, then all the smoke is just going out the windows, and then what does that do? I need to amp up the energy. I need to change the vibrations in my house.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying?
That's gangster right there. I'm just saying.
Oh, I don't mess around, especially in my own house. I don't mess around.
I do. I do my saging, smudging, and then I do, certain other things. But I also have my spirit water, that I make up, and that's that's brutal. They hate that shit.
Yeah. So to kind of answer, since I brought this up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I set the ground rules when I moved in. I was just, actually, it wasn't even when I moved in. when we had the inspection done on our house, the guy was going around doing the inspection, and I went into the basement with my pendulum, and I asked, I said, "Hi, my name is Shawn. My family and I would really like to buy this house. I hope that that's okay." And I just kind of like got into it that way. I'm like, I have 3 kids. Is it okay if we do that? Yes. And basically, I was like, I want us to be a family. I want us all to live here together. I don't want to force anyone out. I want to coexist. But the second you start scaring my kid or scaring my wife, we're going to have a problem. And trust me, if I can't get you out, I know someone that can. And those are the rules that I set down. And honestly, there hasn't been a problem until now. So I reminded them, I was like, and you know what? The woman in my house, she does protect the house. And I told her last night, I appreciate you protecting the house. I really do. I appreciate what you do here. But you can't be scaring my daughter. You have to let her sleep. This is not okay. If this continues to be a problem, it will be handled.
But the thing that was there yesterday, it was watching you. It was observing you. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that afterwards.
But so after I did a little prayer and stuff, it felt better. But I do need to do a little bit more. But for last night at 2:00 in the morning, it worked. So that's kind of the way it works for me. And so then if they don't go along with the rules that I set in my home, because what it comes down to, this is my space. I'm the dominant energy here. So if there's a problem, then I'll take care of it. If that means they need to leave, then fine. I'll get them out.
You just ice baby.
That's just the way it is, though.
If there's a problem, you'll solve it.
Kids. Right.
So,
with my kids. So with Goose, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Denise.
When we got our house, my oldest was 5 or 6. And he's 16 now. So we really haven't had a problem since then. But he was having problems and kept seeing some guy who looked like he had horns in our house, and he kept scaring him. And I got some very poor advice from someone, and they told me to just light a religious candle and then say, "You're not welcome here. You need to leave." So I did that.
Ooh, that pissed it off even more, girl.
Yeah.
I just got chills. Look,
then my doors are slamming shut. My lights are flickering, and not just like flickering. They're flickering where like it's messing with the switch, and my lights are going bzzz, like really messing with things. So I haven't done anything since then. And Kathy and Shelly keep telling me to do, you could do it. I'm like, no. Last time I did it, I really messed things up. I don't think I can handle it.
But the thing is that one thing that a lot of people, and now you're getting into the paranormal, right? So if it were a normal person, I'd be like, then maybe there's someone that can come and help you. But you could do it. You deal with spirits all the time.
I know, but I just deal with them and leave. And I like,
this is your space. This is your space. You are the dominant energy in your space. And so, but I always call Archangel Michael, and I do my little prayer, and I ask my spirit guides to help too. And honestly, between my spirit guides and Archangel Michael, it tends to work pretty well. And if that doesn't work, then that's when I get out the sage and other holy waters and.
How's that spirit water working for you?
Well, that spirit water is about to get some use soon. I'll tell you what, if things are crazy again tonight.
Well, all I know is that I've traveled around. I'm finally a little bit where I can take a minute and breathe and unpack stuff. So I was able to unpack my St. Michael statue, and I reset my altar and just different things. And my little sword on St. Michael had broken, so I, gorilla glued that on and fixed him up and hooked him up and re-blessed him and set him by my door. And it totally recalibrated the energy in my room. And it was just wonderful to feel like, when you have certain things that are, that power in your room. certain points of that you just feel you can create your sacred space. And a lot of the times we go in and out into the the world, and we get this debris and stuff in our aura, and we just have to be mindful is that we have to, like, as we spiritually clean our house, we have to spiritually clean ourselves. Otherwise that's going to cause a negative field and keep building up, and then it attracts more negative stuff, and all of a sudden you're a spiritual pig pen. And it's just like, so, yeah.
So is it possible that that's why it messes with my 8-year-old then? Because he does have some like behavioral and negativity issues.
Yeah, and I will tell you that is only because his frequency, he has a higher mindset. And you can get with me after the show and I'll be more specific, and that you can I'll help you figure out that solution to help him, alleviate certain things, because there is certain reasons why they're messing with him. They're attracted to him because they know who he is, and they want to try to get that finger in that pot, in that pot. Who starts with a D? Who starts with a D?
Just me.
Okay. Who's an M and a J?
I don't know.
Well, I'll get with you afterwards, and we'll figure that out.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I got it. I think I got it.
We got to pause.
Hi, pretty girl.
We got to pause. Hold on. They can't hear you. Hold on.
Oh.
Here we go.
Hello,
Come on,
beautiful.
Hello.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Callie, where are you at? There's Gramps. Come closer, guys. Come on.
Hi.
All right. Guys, you see that man right there with the blue shirt? That's Goose. It's his birthday.
Hey guys.
We got to give him a Gilmore happy birthday song, okay? You guys ready? You just got to do it. It's just like how you do it like every other day in July. They're being nervous. Okay.
What if I close my eyes?
Here, don't look at the camera. Here,
all right. Okay.
I was like, no, I'm going to be on camera.
Oh.
Look at me, guys. Okay.
I don't know. The princess in the middle seems like she enjoys being on camera.
You can hide behind. Just hide behind your dad's head. You'll be fine.
This is Dakota. This is Callie, and this one over here is Thomas.
Hey, you guys.
And guys, so I need to move on with the show. So we just need to go ahead and
You're talking a lot.
you ready? Go.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
Thank you all so much. That was awesome. Thank you.
That was awesome, guys.
Rock on.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, please.
That was awesome. Thank you so much. That's more than I got from my kids.
And with that, I'm just going to follow up with Melvin's questions. I don't know if this was answered or not. I was late to the show, but do you guys know each other?
That would
We've met.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest.
Zarina.
I have met every single person on the show in person except for Zarina.
Well, Zarina's going to make that happen. I have known Goozby since 2013. He was with me when I was doing Paranormal Kool-Aid and Dead Air, and then I took a break off the circuit, and but he has been one of my longest, bestest parapupils for a long time. So, and then I met Crazy Heisenberg with him when I was on Cryptic, what was back a couple months ago, and had a fly time with you fellas then. And then I met Miss Denise just now. She is awesome sauce. And of course, I know that I know OG Gilmore over there for a long time.
I don't know any of these people. I'm supposed to be on a Zoom call with my parents.
So,
this is not Bible camp, baby. So I'm just telling you, you might want to click off right quick.
real quick.
He said, "How do you know each
I
other?"
misread his question. Yes.
Not in a biblical way.
So, how do we know each other? Well,
He missed the whole thing, Denise.
This is gonna look like a John Madden like playbook drawing.
Right?
It's like, well, this guy over
Right.
here met this guy over here, went down over here, and then this guy over here met her, and then yeah.
I know nothing of the fool's fault. It's the devil.
the first time I met Goose was at the Kent stage.
Yeah,
That
you
was
guys.
at the paranormal weekend at the Kent stage. Has to be close to 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's been at least.
And I think Heisenberg was there too, but we didn't really talk much then.
That's what I do. I hide behind I just sit at the table and don't talk to anybody.
I mean,
Heisenberg is like the guy behind the curtain. Oz.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a wizard.
Right. And,
You make all the magic happen, right, Heisenberg?
Right.
right.
I am the magic.
And so now, Goose, Heisenberg, and myself are all on the same team. We're all.
I feel left out. I'm on no team.
Denise,
Me neither.
Denise,
I'm not
well,
on
you're
a
part of the Mad Crew. You're part of something pretty huge.
Unicorn. Me and Denise are
Yeah.
unicorn.
So
Y'all go
Denise is
about
part of
that.
the Mad Crew. She helps at Madison Seminary a lot, and that's how I met Denise. At doing the different events and investigations there, and we actually did. I think that the best time we had was when we did that one extended flashlight tournament.
And we were alone in the building, and we had no idea.
And then the coyotes came. We were like scared of the cars.
And I made
Shawn-
you drive me to my car because I was scared to walk to the other side of the parking lot. Good times.
Shawn, you read the question wrong according to Melvin. You're
You are
fired.
totally late to the party.
No, you read the question wrong.
I feel like you know what Denise pointed it out. I pointed it out, and I even put it up on the screen.
I did.
Yeah.
I must be on a 20-second blonde delay. I'm just saying.
You need to get off that CBD stuff.
I am not on any CBD. Trust me, if I was, it'll be a whole hell of a different story.
That's the devil's lettuce.
I can't talk about lettuce. That is, I'm like, I have a phobia with lettuce. Everybody knows how much I hate polka dots and lettuce. I don't know why.
You hate polka dots?
Polka dots. I have OCD. Okay, so I want to grab a Sharpie and just fucking connect every one of the motherfuckers.
Yeah,
just
polka
saying.
dots are assholes.
I know. It's just I can't stand it. I I'm just not
Like which ones are worse? Like the just black and white polka dots, colorful polka dots,
the black and white.
the black.
Yeah.
No, it's the rainbow ones, man.
I
They
don't
mess
like
with my mind. I think it's Twister.
I know. I don't taste the rainbow either. I don't know. I'm just kind of like I'm weird. Totally weird.
Left foot red.
Right hand blue.
You can't stretch that far.
You don't know Zarina, do you, Heisenberg?
Well, I can't stretch that far.
I'm sitting here like trying to wrap my mind around the fact that he knows exactly how far each dot is away from each other on that board.
Right? Okay.
Well, I'm kind
For the rest of our show,
No, stop, Sean. Stop. You're so fired right
we'll
now.
go. Then we'll go to this one.
Oh my God.
I'm out.
Horrible. You're horrible.
See, whenever I see
Horrible.
polka dots, my brain
you get my
starts to try to form a pattern.
Yeah.
And look, Sean ignores me on Words with Friends because I killed his butt so much on there. It's like
I haven't played in a while. Like you started a new game, and I went and I joined it, and then you didn't play for a while. No, I don't know. I'm too busy doing.
Can't think of a word.
That's okay. I still love you anyway.
I'm making TikTok videos with my daughter's artwork and stuff.
Goose just lets me win. He just gives up after a while. DNR do not resuscitate. So I'm just
I'm just scrambling for whatever I can get together, like and
right.
Right. I've never played Words with Friends.
You want to play
Heisenberg?
Scrabble? Yeah.
It's like Scrabble.
Yeah.
I'm pretty I'm pretty like ghetto with it, man.
She makes up words. She makes
cool. If it was made up words, they wouldn't let you play them, Shawn.
That's true. They don't let you play.
Mm-hmm. She just puts in letters until they accept the word.
I do that with Scrabble.
I just have an exceptional vocabulary.
You like Google a word that has the letter X, B, Z, E, and A in it.
Oh yeah,
they
actually can do that.
They actually have.
My spirits help me, so I play with my spirits, so I got help from the other side.
Is that cheating?
Yeah, but that's all right.
Whatever.
Looking up the app that, like, if you just plug in the letters that you have to play,
it'll give you the best one.
Can I tell you guys a story?
Tell us a story.
So, story time.
So back in the day, before I got into the paranormal, my friends and I, we had a Texas Hold'em night, and we would play.
I thought you were gonna say you're a Scrabble champion.
No, we played. And so like I like had like this winning, and you guys. So I had the winning streak.
You were dungeon master.
No, this is what Ray goes through every week.
Let's roll for initiative. I'm sorry. I love you, Shawn. I'll shut up now.
I just said you could tell a story. We didn't say we were going to listen.
I'm at home. I'm at home every day with a 6, 10, and 11-year-old. So, I mean, you guys just saw they just sang "Happy Birthday" beautifully. So I get to deal with that. So it's no different here. So it's all good.
I'm more like a 3-year-old.
So, anyways, the story seriously like this. So, before I was ever in the paranormal, before I ever knew I was an empath, before I ever knew that I had an attachment or anything, right? Just before I knew anything about anything, I kind of had like a hunch. I lived in a haunted home. Anyways, we did Texas Hold'em like every Wednesday night, I think it was. And so I found myself like in this winning streak. And then one night I was playing and I was like, I'm not winning by myself. Like I'm literally winning like it's crazy. And I'm like, I'm not this good. And so like I'm driving home and I turned to my passenger seat. I was like, you need to stop interfering with my damn poker game. I don't want your help. You can keep your evil bullshit because I don't want to owe you anything at the end. I don't know what made me do that, but I did it and I said it out loud. And I just like felt like this energy like shift all around me. And I went home. And then I shit you not. After I did that, I didn't win again. I haven't won again. Like I'll win like a couple hands in here and there, but not like a game.
Yeah.
I haven't won a game since. So I stopped playing. Is that crazy?
You need an alligator foot. You need something to return your luck.
I done pissed it off. Oh, my friends used to make fun of me and be like, if he didn't have bad luck, he'd have no luck. And then I started winning those poker games. They're like, Shawn, what'd you do? Did you sell your soul?
You
not on purpose.
I was like, no, my sister's just used a Ouija board about 5 years ago.
You probably pissed off a leprechaun or something.
I pissed off whatever was there, but we got rid of it. That thing is gone.
Yeah.
Riddance. So, but still, it's just weird. And like I haven't played poker really since all that. Just like a couple of hands here and there, so not enough to like say I like won or lost.
We should do a paranormal poker game And
I think we should go to have a paranormal poker game at Denise's house and freaking yes.
I'm
Okay.
in agreement.
Paranormal poker game at Denise's house, and then at the end we do like a freaking like massive cleansing of the house.
Yeah,
I'm down.
yeah.
We should make it happen after the COVID's gone and it's okay for us to do it. Let's do it.
And Zarina can travel. I renamed my van Bobby. And for Bobby Singer, because y'all know I'm a big Supernatural fan. My actual license plate is one of the license plates from Supernatural. And so
that's cool.
I know. So, and then I cleaned it all out, and I got the decals I'm going to put on the back and everything. And then my friend is making me, Danny Green, who was just on, he has a little magic machine, and he's going to make me a little sign that says, caution, this vehicle contains haunted objects. Just because I just want to fuck with people, you know?
Nice.
That's actually a pretty cool idea. Do you think you get pulled over less if you like had something like what if you had like a doll like it looked like Annabelle or something, right?
Just sitting in the
You got
passenger
pulled
seat
over and
looking.
a cop, like,
I am looking for something creepy as shit. So if y'all come across one, hit Zarina up, because that's exactly what's on my next level of thinking,
like,
Sean.
I come across creepy dolls all the
you're in
time.
a carpool
Yeah.
lane, ma'am, and then you have this like creepy doll, and you like have a button.
Yeah.
Make the head turn.
Keep those
Yeah,
fucking
right.
dogs
That'd
away
be
from
The
awesome. See what the cop would do. Be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
You better duck, because I'm sure he's gonna shoot that thing.
Okay, so this is our mission. You guys gotta help Zarina find a creepy ass doll.
Okay.
Just
how
saying.
big of a doll?
Huh?
How big? Like a little doll, a big doll?
I don't care, just so it's creepy as a motherfucker. That's all I want.
Well, you know, Terry Long, she has long gone dolls, and she refurbishes.
She makes
Oh,
super creepy.
Yeah, but I can't mortgage a kidney for that shit. I need my pancreas and kidney. That's way out of my price range.
okay.
I done checked her out. She's beautiful and all that, but you know, just
I'll
saying.
check them out at the thrift store then, if that's more your
That's a
budget.
good place to go.
Yes,
Yeah.
girl. See, she
I
hear
find
me.
them there all the time.
I know. See, she my doll.
I actually found there was a barn sale. It was some barn that was in between Kent and Streetsboro, and they were doing this barn sale. I found this old porcelain doll, and I brought it home.
Really?
Yeah, and I brought it home, and my daughter's like, "That doll's weird. It's kind of creepy." I'm like, "You're right." I bought it, and so I brought it home. My wife is like, "What the hell is that? Get that shit out of my house!"
I would have kicked her fucking ass and that all out of my house.
She's like, "No, that's not allowed in here. That goes in your car. Where's that going? That's not staying here." I'm like, "Okay,
Yep.
fine. I'll put it in the garage." No, that's not going in the garage. That is not going in the garage. All right, I'll put it in the shed. No, that's not going in the shed either. It's just going to sit there. No, that's not okay. You need to call up Erica or something and take it to their house right now. So that's what I did. I called up Eric McGill, and it's still sitting on a bookshelf at his house, as far as I know.
My thing is, I want to film me and Denise going into a thrift store and us doing like a para thrift shop kind of thing. Bro, that would be so on point.
I do it all the time.
Dude,
That would
that would
be,
be
Yeah.
so
I
cool.
guess, but us together, that is like double freaking trouble. That would be so
Yeah.
much fun.
It'd be
Oh,
like
yeah.
Fun.
it'd be like the what's it called with the
American Pickers.
American Pickers?
Yeah.
But
Oh
like,
my God.
That's a good
Idea.
idea.
I'm just
can
saying.
I be the shop girl? I want to be the girl.
You can be the
Yeah.
sexy ass shop girl. Bam. We're going to swipe right on you, Shawn
I think it's
Gilmore.
more tattoos, but I'll
I know. Well,
Yeah.
I can draw on you with a Sharpie, you know, I'm just saying.
It could be
I could
different
buy
every
one of those
episode.
sleeves. They have those sleeves that looks like tattoos.
I can do henna tattoos.
I, mean,
I'm a big-
I have a tattoo here, but that's not like enough. Like she's got like
No.
a ton.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, she is pretty. So I mean, it's
Yeah, she is.
Who? She is.
The girl.
Yeah.
I've never seen that show.
If I had
Really?
more money, I
No.
definitely would be tatted more. I'm
I'm
like, I've got a lot of tattoos, but just not enough where I feel like I'm there yet, you know?
Yeah.
like how crazy would it be though to like to interview those guys? Like they had to have like experienced some crazy
Yeah.
unexplainable stuff. Like they have stuff that they sell, and they sell the stuff for like crazy amounts of money, right?
Yeah.
And so that stuff has to sit on their shelves for a while because of how expensive it is, right?
That's why I got to move up there.
So like they have to have some crazy.
So me and Denise could have a new show called Ghost Pick Girls.
Ghost
Just saying.
Yeah.
Paranormal pickers. That'd be fun.
Ghost
that would be hot because we're hot chicks.
Pickers.
You know, we would definitely get the viewing audience. You know what I'm saying?
Danielle's her name. Thank you, Danny.
Oh, Danielle.
Yeah, Danny knows it's Danielle. Go figure.
Yes,
Danny Diesel.
Yeah, Danny's my dude, man. He's always got my back.
Danny Green's a good guy. We've done a party.
Yeah,
he's a good guy.
Yes,
they are from Iowa. You know what else is in Iowa?
Corn.
Lots of corn. But the Velisca murder house is also.
The Field of Dreams field is in Iowa.
Yes. Oh.
I'd rather go there.
Wait, that's real?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what I need to get, Shawn? I need to get dirt from the Field of Dreams for you in a jar so you'll have it. Like baseball dirt. That's my mission in life. And so anybody in Iowa could get me that dirt, probably just for Shawn. I would
You would do it for my sons, so you could come on.
I would do it. I would do that for you. I would. Because man, you're my brother from another mother, Shawn. I know you love that movie.
I do. I love. Oh, that's just such a cool story, though. So, and it's like you don't even think of it. Like, how many people think of that movie as being like a supernatural paranormal type movie? 100%. They built this baseball field so that the spirits of these freaking baseball all-stars can come back and play baseball, and then people would pay to watch the spirits of these all-time greats come and play. How awesome would
you build it, they will come.
Yeah,
Ray.
That's just so awesome. Like, how cool would it be? If you build you build a house that spirits will just come. Did you just build a house of spirits?
Was it at the Winchester? How did the Winchester house? I know it's about the guns, but why did they put a curse? How did the curse actually happen? Because I never saw that movie.
She felt like she was cursed because of her family's history with the guns and all the people that were killed by the guns. And she became paranoid, and she felt like the house became haunted, so she made her house pretty much into a spiritual maze.
Yeah, so this props up a really great question. Was she actually really cursed, or did she manifest the curse because she believed it so much, and then that's how everything just kind of played out?
I'm with you on that. And then her building her house like that into a spiritual maze with the intention of it being a spiritual maze, did that attract even more?
I think so too, because I think she was mentally cray-cray in the beginning, and then just when people were all off their kilter. Yeah. And then they manifest and put that energy in there, and then all those additions, it built that energy like a golem, you know what I'm saying? It created it.
Raising your hand over there.
No, it plays into a theory that I've actually read a lot about and have talked to people about, called thought form.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's basically when you think, it's how a lot of urban legends manifest. People hear these stories and they believe it, and there's so much energy is put into this belief that these energy forms actually manifest into possibly being a curse, or it also could be kinesis.
A little girl's room.
Yeah. And that is honestly
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
That's honestly kind of like the premise of chaos magic, because we create servitors, we create those energy forms to go out and fetch and task out those energy forms to do what we need it to do. And that is a thought process, that is a thought form, and you can diminish it or keep feeding it, and the more you feed it, the more it grows and keeps on replenishing the task that you set it out to do. So, Just
Yeah, there's
saying.
been a lot of research on psychokinetic energy as well, and like especially with like we were talking about this on our show with Justin Brown last week or the week before. You know, they've done research where they've actually had they went into a specific home where there was quote unquote poltergeist activity. But when they actually dug down deep, they realized how much turmoil and trauma was going on in this family. The parents were like in the middle of a horrible divorce. They were constantly fighting. You know, obviously their young daughter, who was like pre-adolescent, which always surrounds the poltergeist phenomenon. But oh shoot, I'm about to lose battery. And it actually that turmoil. That turmoil and all of that energy, that negative energy, was actually lashing out from them. It wasn't spirit, but they were producing that energy. So I'm wondering, you know, she's so fearful of what her family has done, and has all that that fear that energy's going to come back out, or if she actually produce more.
Right.
And the hunt, she created the hunt.
Almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
And I love what Melvin said. Melvin said what was very on point. It does create the 2+.
Is that this here, or did I? Yeah. So yeah, Melvin, I'm going to attempt to read this one. So I think it's behind the Slender Man thing. I agree, and the Zozo thing. Even though the Z entity might be an alien, whereas the Slender Man was a video game. Thought forms or tulpas, they're sometimes called. In a latter case, tulpas are intentionally created. Slender Man actually has a very, very horrible story to it, because these two girls found this story. The story was created by a man on the internet.
Yeah.
These two girls found this story, and they wanted to bring and summon the Slender Man, and they ended up trying to kill one of their friends as an offering to bring Slender Man. And can something like that bring a Slender Man? I'll tell you what. I don't know exactly what a shadow person is. I think that there's different types of shadow people.
Yes, there is.
And
there's different levels.
You can definitely call any sort of spirit to you, and your intentions are very important when you're doing this. And when your intentions are including trying to murder your friend, you're going to call something very dark to you. So I don't know. So yeah, I'm right there with Melvin on that.
When you're summoning something that you
Slenderman.
No, go ahead.
Like
go ahead, Eisenberg.
That was Slenderman, but didn't they do an experiment back like in the spiritual area where they did manifest a ghost or manifest a haunting? Probably like in the late 1800s, early 1900s, right around the time that ghost photography was around.
Yeah, I did read something along that lines. I can't remember the specifics of it, but they did some crazy shit back then. I mean, much more open-minded. And I think, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I kind of feel like with people like us, that kind of era is like slowly coming back.
I agree.
Like that neo-spiritualistic movement, I think, you know, I see a lot of ghost hunters that were just investigators starting to broaden themselves into like different areas of different kinds of haunts and different experiments, stuff that ghost hunters a couple years ago would only do what they see on TV, so do EVP sessions and videotape shit. But I think it's a weird kind of movement. But going back to Slender Man real quick, I always kind of thought if you're summoning something and you don't really understand what you're summoning, something is going to see that window that you don't want to come through. And they're going to sneak through, and they're going to present themselves in the manner that you want them to, so that it's easier for them to connect with you and come through.
Right.
I'm going to plug a friend, guys, because we brought up Shadow People. By Rick Sucker, A Walk in Shadows.
Yeah.
He did a lot of research on shadow people. This book, guys, it's amazing. Plus, I have a story in it. But he did.
Shameless plug.
He did a but he did a lot of research. It's like he would do presentations at Paracons on shadow people, and it was just something that he's very passionate about. And he finally got his book finished. It took a long time for him to write the book, so it's worth reading. And that's where I got a lot of. Well, I agree with a lot of things that Rick Secker says in the book. It's definitely worth the read. So if you're into shadow people and things like that, the different types of shadow people, he gets into it, and it's very informational. Sorry, I had to plug my friend. Look it up.
Shadow people like a mofo, bro.
So yeah. So Denise.
Yeah.
Your scariest experience at Madison Seminary.
I would say probably the first time that I actually had a vision in my head that was not my own thoughts, when we were in the doctor's office, and we had just the girls in there, and we had the Phasma box going, and all of a sudden it says "nice hair." We're like, well, that's a weird thing to say, whatever. 2 minutes later, pretty eyes. And then I'm like, who the fuck does this guy think he is? And I start to get real irritated, and all of a sudden I see a doctor playing with a girl's hair who's in a wheelchair, just, passed out. She's alive. She's awake, but she just can't do anything. And he's playing with her hair, and he's telling her that she's beautiful. And he's telling me in my own head that it's okay what I do to them because I tell them that they're pretty. And I was so pissed off that I had to go downstairs and calm down. And I was screaming and dropping the F-bomb every other word about, wanting to kill somebody that I knew was already dead. And even still, I mean, that was over a year ago, I think. And I still, whenever I think about it, it just gives me the creeps.
Was this before or after they brought that the table up there?
It was right after. That was when all the activity started. I think it might have been one of the first nights, actually, that we had it up there because we wanted to see if it would make a difference having all of the doctor's equipment up there. And it did. It did.
It sure did.
Yeah.
I think anyone who's been there before and after sees and feels the difference.
Yeah, it's very scary to have thoughts that are not your own. Like, that's obviously not a thought I would ever think in my own head. Like, oh, it's okay that he does these things. It's okay that he rapes them because he tells them that they're pretty. That's not a thought I would have. So right. It's very scary to have somebody else's thoughts or whatever visions inside of your head. Creepy.
So I guess that means when I'm thinking about do not put the souls in the sock drawer. That's not mine, or I'm not sure.
What?
You've never seen that thing that says where you put the souls in the sock drawer?
No, we got bitches in jars and souls in sock drawers. I'm so confused.
You guys, I'm just like, you guys are so freaking serious today.
We're uncultured swine. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is.
I will send it to you, okay? Oh my gosh, you guys are so serious. I'm gonna shut up, I swear.
That's awesome. So
damn it, man! I was told this was a professional show.
That's a lie.
You said you were
I'm making the podcast circuit. This is.
Are you a para-celeb? Can I have your autograph, Heisenberg?
Yes, you can. Now that my podcast circuit's pretty short, it's a short circuit, but
I'll be your greatest fan. Where's my Bic? I had a Bic lighter somewhere. Oh. Sorry, I was gonna put my Bic on for you, but
so dude, you used to go to a local place called the Anadine Farm.
Yeah.
We can no longer investigate there. I never had the chance to go there.
Yeah.
But what could you tell me is like the craziest experience that you had with the Anna Dean farm. It's an old pig farm, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's to explain Anna Dean Farm. It's actually, gentleman Ohio Columbus Barber. Believe it or not, Ohio Columbus was his name.
Oh my
He, he
Couldn't
was
leave the state.
he was like he started off as a match salesman, and he grew this business to the form what we know today as Diamond Match Company. All right, so like he's part of that. He also owned part of Firestone Rubber. He was involved with that. But basically, he built this like huge farm. It was like self-contained for its time. It was like top of the line. Like he was using scientific agriculture. Just a really cool place. A lot of the people that he would hire there were people that couldn't get jobs other places. They were homeless people, people with disabilities. So I mean, it was just a very loving place to work. People loved working there. It was like their home. But this farm was huge. It was like, I want to say it was like 32 buildings to get like all together, like how big this farm was.
Pretty much the city of Barberton.
Yeah, if you actually
More than
put,
that.
yeah, if you put the actual picture of Anna Dean Farm back in the day on top of Barberton City, obviously named after him, it was basically the whole size of the city.
Wow.
So this place was humongous, but after all that, there was only like 6 buildings, I believe, left. A bunch were destroyed just after they lost the farm and they sold it off. A lot of the barns were torn down. The Barberton Historical Society came in and actually saved the piggery, which was their main building. It was just huge farm, and it was exactly what it was. It was a pig farm. But he didn't have like your normal standard pigs. He actually brought them over from England and raised these like
Proper
crazy
hogs.
Yeah, what you said. Yeah, proper hogs. And he treated his animals like he would treat a human. They lived inside, like they were kept inside. The floors were kept clean. But it was just an amazing place. He sounded like an amazing person, and we loved being involved with it. And the old head of the society, it was that was his mission throughout his life, was to keep that place running. And he allowed us to come in because there were so many paranormal stories attached to it. His daughter, Anna Dean, who the farm is named after, she's been seen all around town walking around Lake Anna. The people have seen her at the farm, at the different barn buildings. One place we investigated, one of the buildings that we were allowed to, was the feed barn. There was a disabled lady that worked there that actually hung herself behind the building when she found out that they had closed. She had nowhere to go. She had no family. Nobody else would hire her because she was disabled. So it's a really sad story, and people have actually caught footage, like camera footage of her, like walking around the feed barn, inside the feed barn. But I think
Kate saw an apparition there.
Kate saw an apparition. Yeah, it might have been her. But there was a building called the Heating House, which, like I said, the whole place was self-contained. So they had one main boiler building that actually heated all the barns throughout the whole complex.
That's cool.
This it's called a double Stirling boiler. This boiler was about the size of a small house. It's 2 stories tall, absolutely huge. And this heating house was built around it. And it was just crazy. I think the craziest evidence we actually had was in that building. The pig barn had awesome stuff. I mean, you go down in the basement, it was like 2 long tunnels under each wing. And at one point, the local cavalry would do shooting practice down there. So like you'd see like bullet holes in the walls on either side. Like they'd shoot down these long tunnels for target practice. That's cool. But a lot of stuff there. But the most astounding experience we've ever had was at the Heating House. We were all standing. Wasn't it after a public event?
Yeah.
Heisenberg?
Yep.
It was after a public event, and we stuck around because we had a real hard time getting into the Heating House. There was this whole battle between the Historical Society who owned it and this guy that they were leasing it out to. They kept changing the locks, and we wouldn't be able to get in. Mm-hmm. So we were actually able to get in before he changed the locks again. We were going to take full advantage of it. Yeah. So we were just standing there, and one major thing that happened was like that big that big boiler had these huge steel doors on huge hinges where they would feed it, whatever coal or whatever heating source they used. And these were heavy doors. Like you'd have to put your full body, even a big guy like me had to put your full body in just to move it. We were on the other side of the building, and we heard this huge, just like one of those doors shut, just slam. And we're looking outside, like it was inside the building. There's no way.
Right.
It had to be inside the building. We had it on a recording, and the audio was right there. It was inside the building with us, but we were standing.
It was metal on metal.
Yeah, it was totally one of those doors. Of course, we didn't see anything had shut, but just that residual sound just rang through the building like crazy. But we were in the one side, like kind of where the offices were, because there were offices in there too. We're just like standing in a circle, just doing a quick EVP session, and from right behind me, I heard like feet shuffling. We were all standing still, like very loud. And then I heard a laugh, which I wasn't the only one. Somebody else had heard it out loud too. Did you hear it, Mike?
Yeah.
And
I was the one. Well, I heard something else behind you, and I was like, "Did you hear that?" And that's when everything started.
Yeah. So we all heard the foot, and then I heard a woman very, very audibly
Faintly.
laughing. Yeah. And then we heard, "Hey, Michael," or something like that. There's a disembodied voice that we also caught on recording.
Wow.
I was like,
It's
"What's
like-
up?"
Yeah, right. I'm like, and it was right inside the building with us. That was probably, beside Jeff Fent's picture of the female apparition
And,
outside.
at the mansion, it was torn down, but the foundation.
Yeah, because we did like
That
a
was pretty
daytime.
cool.
Yeah, we did like a daytime ghost walk, and there's the foundation is left over from the big OC mansion. The owners tore down the mansion after they bought it, just out of spite against the city, because there was some kind of zoning battle between them. So they took this massive mansion and just tore it down, just out of spite. But
Wow.
the foundation was still there. There were still some steps and some little things that were remaining. And as part of the
wishing
tour, the witching well, which people have also seen Anna Dean and OC sitting outside of, like apparitions. We were walking back, and Jeff Fent had a full spectrum camera, just taking really fast snapshots. You know how we do when we investigate. And just right in the middle of the field between us and the mansion ruins was this like female apparition. You could see the outline of her dress. You can almost see like her hair. And I mean, to this day, I believe he captured Anna on that picture.
Yeah, I checked. I went to every angle that we were at.
Yeah.
And like tried it at every angle just to see if it was like something like a shadow. It was at the same time of day. Like I was like meticulous about it because it was so good. And so I went there and I was watching. I went to every part that he would have possibly taken that shot from.
And then the town, because the ruins is actually, it's in the backfield, like in like a wooded area, but you have to drive through this
In
really
an affluent area.
very like the very nicest area of Barberton, like really nice houses, and park on their cul-de-sac. So they were into that, and they were like saying we were into witchcraft and we were doing satanic rituals. So they talked to the city and they wouldn't let us back there anymore. But it was really
Is that
cool.
why we can't go back there? Because you're devil worshipping?
Yeah, right. I was summoning the Slender Man. No.
Yeah.
Damn it, Goose.
No, what
I
happened
never
is,
got to go there. It's all your fault.
what happened is, at least the pig venue, they actually remodeled, which is cool. They renovated it, but it's a big open like wedding ceremony, like, you know, just they have wedding ceremonies there. You can rent it for family reunions, that type of thing.
Yeah.
It's really nice inside. But then Steve Kelleher, the president who saved the buildings, who was like into us doing our ghost stuff and inviting us in there to do the public ghost tours and stuff, he passed away.
Oh.
And after he passed away, they didn't want us in there anymore. We lost. And it was unfortunate. I mean, you know, we shared a lot of the history. I had pretty much everything pretty down pat. Like, and as far as like the walkthroughs, that's pretty much all I gave people.
Yeah.
Was like the straight history. And
we didn't take any money. We gave it right back to him.
Oh yeah, everything we raised, we handed right over to him. We left in an envelope in a secure location every time. We didn't keep any of it, but I don't know.
Uh,
It was a cool
It was
place, and we
cool
saw.
because we got free run of the place though afterwards.
Yeah.
So it was,
I mean, that's really cool though, and to even have that opportunity, it just it seems like there's places that were available, like even when I first got in the field, and now we're not able to go to anymore for one reason or another. Some of the buildings are rotting away. I'm glad to hear that Anadine is well kept up and is not falling apart like other places that I know of. Like
some of the barns are actually offices.
Did you guys ever get to go to the Stagecoach Inn in Palmyra, Ohio?
No, and I saw that. No, never. We wanted to, and I know they just tore that down.
No.
Yeah.
Was that a different Stagecoach Inn then?
That one that got knocked down, that was a different Stagecoach Inn in a different town in Ohio. That's why they changed the name from Stagecoach Inn in Palmyra, Ohio to the Stagecoach Stop, because people were getting confused between the two. And so someone made a post, I saw it, and I completely corrected them because but here's the thing. The owner of the building's still doing nothing with it, and the building's still crumbling, and it's still falling apart, and he still, for some reason, won't sell it. I don't know the whole story of it. I don't know. I was lucky enough to go. Actually, I think that I was one of the last people, if not the part of the last team, to investigate that building.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they're going through all the stuff, and I put together a group of people, and we all went there. It was kind of like the beginnings of that group was kind of like the beginnings of the last team I was in.
Okay.
Umper.
So I have a really important question, I feel. So I want to know, like, so you guys are talking about all these, different places that's had, countless years of, activity and things like that. When they tear down the buildings and strip everything and it's nothing but the bare bones and just the land, do you guys think that the land is still haunted, or whatever entities or energies are there because there's no building to haunt or any of those items there? Do you feel they're displaced and they go? What is you guys' theory on that?
And you know what? Can we build on that? Because that's a fantastic question. But Melvin asked a great question too. So on top of everything that Zarina just said, like, what do you think happens to the spirits?
Yeah.
Do they become displaced? Do they stay where they're at? Do they cross over? Yeah. Also, how do you feel about haunted and ultimately historic locations being torn down? Do you think that there's ever a reason to tear down a location?
I'm so sorry. I feel like if a location is going to people are naturally curious by nature, but they're also stupid by nature. So there's a lot of people that will go into places that are not physically sound, that they can get hurt, be fatal, die, because they're on the thrill of the chase. I think buildings that are in that condition that could cause, harm to people that are basically stupid and don't want to respect the property. I think if it's that bad, yes, it does need to be put and restored down to the bare conditions, just out of respect to the whole situation. That's what I feel. But I would just like to know you guys' thoughts on everything, so let's
I guess with the tearing down of places, I guess wouldn't it kind of determine or if it was a residual or intelligent?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Yeah.
I would think the residual would go with the building, but an intelligent would either stay on the land, or if there's other parts, or like, let's say for Anadine, they might go to another barn.
Sure. Well, I mean, it goes to like what they were asking about the grounds being haunted. Mm-hmm. You remember that guy telling us when we were down doing research in the Barberton historical section of the library there, how he was just doing a walk around, his morning walk around Anadine, and he's seen a woman in like period dress he called Anadine walking around the lake like she would every day. So I mean, there's I guess it depends on the different types of hunt. I mean, I've been called out to a residential case, brand spanking new, beautiful house, but you know, when after doing a little bit of research, they were really close to being to some Native American, you know, populated grounds, and you know, obviously, after interviewing them for a bit, we found out the son was doing Reiki by himself, not really knowing what he was doing. He's kind of getting into spiritual stuff, not really understanding it. So he may have been inadvertently bringing that kind of energy into the house. It's definitely land-based there in a brand spanking new, beautiful, like mansion house. But I've also seen evidence where, like, you guys know Jeff Fent and how how he was really involved with the Emmett House down in Chillicothe. He was taking pictures of the aftermath of that after it burnt down, but it was like frozen. I mean, there's solid ice because they're battling this blaze in sub-degree weather. So like all the spray and everything actually froze. But while it was on fire, up in the window, you could see like a goat or whatever you want to call it, like in the window looking outside, and down below while this fire is blazing, you see somebody walking down the street on the sidewalk, look like they're walking out. But I mean, but you could almost see through it at the same time. So to me, I mean, I don't have any way of disproving it or like really kind of getting into it, like digging into it. But to me, it looked like an apparition. Like, I'm bailing out. This place is on fire. You know, I'm walking out here. You know, so it's like.
I have a secondary question. Can I interject and ask you guys too?
No.
So is the theory of when you die, whatever you're wearing, that's what you're gonna wear for an eternity? What do you guys? I hope. That's
you know what?
why
That's
why I
an
look
important
like
question,
a diva
though.
all the time, because if I die, I better be looking like so damn good when I am in my afterlife. I'm just saying.
You know what, though? Seriously, though, and I don't mean to come off as like or sound like a perv here, but how come you never see a naked ghost?
Too late.
That's true.
How come you never see a naked ghost?
Well,
yeah, people die naked all the time.
I mean, I've seen an apparition, right? I've seen apparitions.
They're just shy.
They're not. Everyone's got clothes on. Isn't that weird, though? Like, I mean, naturally, right? And supposedly, according to the Bible, you know, where the only reason why we wear clothes is because Adam and Eve ate from the tree, right? So naturally, we should feel free being naked. I mean, why is that not how we are in the spiritual realm? Why are we not naked there? Why are we shown as, or why do spirits of, you know, the deceased show themselves as clothed?
No.
And why is it always in Victorian dress?
Maybe they are naked, but our perception of what we think of them, that's what we're going to see. What they're going to reveal, or we're going to see what is most comfortable to us. Because if I saw a naked dude, I'd probably be scared too if he was like, you know, unless he was like,
he's like, hey, how's it going?
Right, exactly. I don't want to see all that.
Doing the helicopter.
You just took ghosting to a whole new level, Goose. I love you, dude. I love you.
And actually, what's funny is Melvin says, well, that's just it. We might be seeing what we can perceive in this reality, but in whatever realm they might be naked and partying it up. You know what? Maybe it's what we want to see. Maybe they show us themselves in a way that they think that we are comfortable, right? Because maybe their intentions aren't to scare us. Maybe they don't want that shock value. And then Melvin says, hey, look, Zarina and I are on point.
I think maybe some of that might be like, you know, a lot of the spirit that we talk to and everything, they have a specific like I want to say function. Like if they say if we think there's a doctor up there, we're going to see a doctor's clothes.
Mhm.
We think there's a farmer, we're going to see the farmer's clothes. You know, so I don't know if that kind of like our brain does that.
Right.
You know,
I think spirits also have the ability to present themselves in what we find familiar,
For sure.
or a time period that they felt the most confident in themselves. Maybe a time period that they felt just that they were more accomplished. Like it was an investigation, but I did the psychic walkthrough of St. Joseph Hospital before that closed down in Lorraine with Barb St. John, and there was like a doctor who was like kind of like the lead doctor. He was like the head honcho, following us around, and she was seeing him both as a young doctor, like as he would have been like when he was like ER, like running around doing his thing, very dapper looking. But she also saw him like getting kind of mad that we were there as an older man, like when he was like the administrator of the building. It was really interesting. It was the same spirit, but presenting himself in different periods to her, and obviously always dressed as a doctor, but looking different.
Right.
Sometimes he would be the young doctor with his hair slicked back and looking all nice, but then he was presenting himself as the stressed out hospital administrator. It's interesting stuff, and it's really hard to wrap your head around. But there's just all kinds. I mean, I don't think we'll ever pinpoint it. I don't know.
How do you guys think that some ghosts are able just to be more transparent and whatnot, but then some of them have this ability to be more corporeal in that sense of being able to push and move objects? What do you think gives them the difference between one that can do one thing and one that can do another? What do you think is that deciding factor that gives them the energy to be able to push?
I think it goes just by experience.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there's
learn.
older ghosts that mentor younger ghosts that kind of like, this
the ghost internship.
Right, exactly.
So I always want to be a ghost when I grow
I'm not gonna lie.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna lie. I based that whole thing on the movie Ghost. Remember, he couldn't do that stuff at the beginning. He had to learn it.
I will tell you what, I'd probably end up getting some mentor like freaking Beetlejuice, some wacky weird shit like that, because just as punishment. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it'd be punishment. He looks like he has a good time.
Yeah, that's true. Zarina has a good time.
I definitely believe that there's different types of haunts. I believe in residual haunt. I believe in intelligent haunt. I believe there's probably in between. I think residual may be more transparent and a little less apt to use energy in that kind of pushing way, because they probably don't know we're there. They're just going about their business. They're doing what they've always done at the point, before they passed away, or, especially a lot of like Madison, just people live there. So business continues.
Yeah.
People go about their.
Darren Smith has a new comment for Shawn.
New show topic.
Uh-oh.
Into the abyss after dark.
Oh, he's making fun of me.
Our spirit's nude. Your thoughts?
Hey, this could be a new channel for Pornhub, right?
New show, Naked and Dead.
I remember years back, weren't they trying to like find people to be like in this like naked paranormal TV?
Yeah, they were trying to do an offshoot of Naked and Afraid, but it was like the Ghost Hunters edition.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Could you imagine?
Would it be horrible?
Imagine being in OSR or someplace even dirtier, naked.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I'm
saying.
You're like at this old dingy hospital,
right.
and you're literally like sweating and
something touched your butt,
and you're naked, I'm not worried about my butt being. I'm worried about what my butt will touch.
Right.
Pro tip for the show. Pro tip for the show. Don't bend over in the shower room at OSR. Okay?
I don't even wear shorts, so I couldn't be on that show. I'm in jeans all the time, man. I'd be like, you got the wrong person.
But I'll tell you what, Darren Smith. You guys keep the Old Lincoln County Jail so clean. If I were by myself and there weren't any cameras there, you know, I'd be okay with the Old Lincoln County Jail because you guys keep it clean. But there's certain areas, certain areas of other locations that are just like dirty and that paint chips falling everywhere. I don't want that getting any cracks and crevices. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you do that at Old Lincoln County, I'm going to plant a camera.
I would not. I always keep it respectful. I would never. Nobody wants to see that ever. Like I don't. My goal. One of my goals in the paranormal is actually to show people because I was afraid before I understood the paranormal. I honestly don't think that the paranormal is as scary as people think it is. There's times I get scared. Don't get me wrong. I get scared. I don't want to be alone. But I want to show people that it's not as scary as one might think, right? And me taking my clothes off, well, that would just totally take everything out the window, make everything scary. So I don't want to give people nightmares. That's not my goal.
I think it's hard because you have shows where, you know, everything's a demon and people are possessed, and you know what I mean. So
That's
I think it's
show.
hard.
Come on,
People
Denise.
do. Tune in tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, we're going to talk about demons and blame all of our problems on demons.
I love Denise.
No,
I really love
That's
Denise.
why demons.
I think that that's why people have such a perception that it's so scary all the time. You know, it's not, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, someone posted a question on Facebook the other day, and it said, you know, why do you think that actually? Anyways, so why do you think that like things like voodoo have, you know, people think it's so dark and evil, and Goonies?
They don't understand it.
I said one answer, Hollywood. Same with the Ouija. Okay, the Ouija board that started off as just writing letters on a napkin and turning a shot glass upside down. You know, but it was meant in a way, and then it turned into a way to communicate with spirits. Like, but it's not necessarily evil. And then I don't know, but Hollywood made some really cool movies about the Ouija board bringing demons, and so now people are scared of it. So I mean, it's Hollywood does a lot of it, and it's entertainment. And you know what? That affects more than just the paranormal, but we see that so often.
And it's very true, because even with being in the tradition of what I practice, you know, even before I came into my understanding of voodoo and practicing and all that, you know, it was taboo. It was that quote, quote, the dark path. And even if you were on this light and fluffy path, everybody's like, I lost one of my mentors over it, because she says that is just a dark path. And if you choose that, then I won't go with you. I can't be associated. And it broke my heart, because she was one of my first mentors. But when I saw, you know, like I was telling on one show, you know, a head washing done at St. John's Bridge by Sally Glassman in New Orleans, you know, it changed my perception as I saw voodoo in a whole completely different way. And from that moment, my life transformed, and out of the law and the Orishas and just everything has really been such a consistent factor of motivation and change, and you know, growth and experience of beautiful natures. I've got my ass spanked a few times, because they will teach you. I'm gonna tell you, and it's not pretty, but through it all, the experience. You know, because there's good and bad in everything. There are people that go to church on Sunday that are doing things on Saturday night. You know, so there's good and bad in everything. It's just your intent of what you do, your actions in your life. You know, and you know, as Shawn knows, you know, we are the medicine.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
But it's hard too, because I think people like expect so much to happen too, because of Hollywood.
Well, people don't understand. Like when you have a TV show like that, you know, they're there filming for a week.
Yeah.
Right. When with us as investigators, like we're there, we're lucky, you know, we get there for a night if we're lucky too. Right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you're there for a week, you're filming, you only get a knock, so obviously you're gonna really play it up because that's the only evidence you're like coming away with or
and then they cram it down to 42 minutes, and that includes you know the history, the interviews, you know, all of that stuff. So it's really like 10 minutes of actual investigations. So you're taking 5 days and putting it into 10 minutes, you know. That's not how real life is, I promise.
I could never hear anything because of the music on those shows, man.
Yeah, that's insane. It's like always that underlying like spooky like bells like music box playing. It's like, come on. How am I supposed to hear anything that you're hearing when you're playing that freaking music? I know it's mood music, but fuck it, it's annoying.
Yeah,
I think the music, the back score of movies are 99% of why I get scared to freaking death.
Oh yeah.
Because let me tell you, if it was like playing some other different song, it would not hype you up because they're getting ready to push you to that point. And like when that thing jumps around the corner, like Shawn Gilmore does to me all the time.
What do I?
Yeah.
Oh, don't you even right now? You know what you did, Shawn. I know what you did last summer. Oh my God.
What?
Y'all, look, Denise, when you're on the top level, reach over and smack him. just do this. Your box is on top of my box. Smack him.
The gift file. This is they're moving.
We got it.
Look,
I can't get him.
Oh, dude.
Okay, Goose goes on one side and on the other. And like just squish his head. Yeah, just squish his head. Do it, Goose. Like squish his head.
Ready,
Ready? Squish his head. Yeah. I'm being tortured by Shawn Gilmore.
I never.
I have said that I would not go ghost hunting if there was music involved.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to. I have to put this out there. Y'all got me now. I want to know your top 3 songs on your playing list if you were ghost hunting and you really had to really salt and do a Sam and Dean and shit. I want to know y'all's top 3 songs on your playlist.
Hold on,
y'all out killing monsters.
Heisenberg,
I have no idea.
You wouldn't use music? I'll tell you what. I played Rob Zombie before investigating at the Monroe house. That was
like in the house or like on your way there?
No, I played it in the house loudly. It was
how'd that go over?
I had to stop.
I would have definitely.
I had to stop. I'm not gonna lie. I had to stop. And I had to walk out of the house. Here's my theory though about the whole thing with music. I like to play music before
I do.
I do.
I think that music amps up energy. Music is energy, and so but like it's about choosing the right music for the location.
Yeah, Rob Zombie was probably not it.
No, I kind of did that on purpose though. I figured that was a good place to test that limit. And I tested the limit and I learned my lesson. But that's what we do as investigators, right? We go. And that proved to me personally, that it's true. When we went to when I was with Ectovision, before we investigated, I played Christian rock because I think
Striper.
I think they told me that they didn't really like the Christianity Christmas music and stuff. I'm like, I didn't want to go. I had like 1 or 2 Christmas songs on there, but I didn't want to go into that level.
Yeah.
So I brought like Christian rock, and it brings up the energy. It did there, and the first time I investigated at Madison Seminary, actually Goose was there. I played Deftones actually. So it's like, so
I want to play
I like
some.
to listen to The Lonely Island before my investigations.
and,
Seriously, that's what I listen to.
yeah, I mean, there's locations where I tried playing different types of like folk music or even other like at I can't think of it, but like old like bluegrass.
Yeah.
Like from like
you play some conjure music. Then
I mean,
that's gonna be opening up some like
other like level. I'm trying to do like but
okay,
maybe one day I will try that.
Let's look at the beginning of the show. We were all talking about concerts we had been to and t-shirts that we had, and it sparks something in you and you get excited, and it's a whole different kind of energy. So why wouldn't it be the same with them? Like, oh my God, I love this song. And then they're pumped,
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Definitely. There's probably in the older locations, play some, Frank Sinatra, some of the 40s music.
Elvis.
Play. Oh yeah, Elvis. Yes. And it's so weird because, like, for me, like when I go out into the land, I always want to do something Native American because that gets me amped up and I can feel the energy. Like when we used to go drum, it raises the frequency because you can feel it. Right. And as it raises that energy, I naturally start channeling and want to chant and do it and going into my Native American, bam. And I believe it creates a connection to the spirit. That music, no matter on what level or what it is, it has an effect on that whole realm.
Right. I mean, we always say it's good for our soul, I mean, that's how I get myself right, is just play some good music and just
music for every mood, like literally.
Yeah.
Right. And you can find something to fit everything that help you feel better. If you're angry, make you feel more angry, maybe music.
Right.
My son says I've been bassing too hard. He says, "Mom, please turn down the bass before you come into the driveway." I've been playing I'm into my Snotty Nose Res Kids right now, which is reservation rap trap music. I don't know if y'all know about that, but it is like, and I'll be, it's like, Mom, look, you were bassing harder than me, and you way old. Stop that shit.
You know what? There's a rapper. A Native American rapper and dancer, Superman. Look him up.
Superman is amazing. I love him, but you got to check out Snotty Nose Res Kids.
I checked them
that.
out.
Yeah, that's some legit res shit right there.
It is. It's really good. I like it. I mean, it's real. And the thing is, I don't know. I don't know. I'm an old man.
And I know I got you into my Naka Bear. I know you love my Naka Bear now.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna have him eating fried bread in no time soon now. You got to really have some fried bread.
Where's my fried bread at? You can't just say fried bread.
That's a southern thing, man.
No, fried bread is
you guys don't even know.
Yeah, it's like we make it out on the reservation, and it's just like fried dough, and so I keep telling Shawn I'm gonna make him some Indian tacos and stuff.
Funnel cake?
Yeah.
It's
better than a funnel cake, baby. It's telling you.
Oh, it's better than a funnel cake.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I make it homemade, so it's good stuff.
Nice.
All right, guys, I gotta jump off.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get off here pretty quick. It's already 10.
What? You guys got a bedtime? That's all right. We're gonna house party after. I still love you guys. It's been real. Denise, hook up with me tomorrow, girl, and I'll tell you about the rest of that stuff we need to talk about.
I already have a text I made out to you. I'll send it right now.
She prepared.
I know it. Right on.
Well, that's awesome. Hey guys, thank you so much for coming on.
I loved it. I had a blast with you guys.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's always fun. And hey, John Jerome just jumped on.
Yes.
So, John Jerome, thank you for tuning in.
I love
always
that.
good to see you. So, all right, guys, we can keep on going down this rabbit hole. You guys need to get going. I'm going to stop. So, thank you so much for coming on, guys. Goose, Heisenberg, Denise, I will see you all soon. Thank you so much for coming.
Real quick, I just wanted to say
right.
thank you for all the birthday wishes. You guys have been awesome. I appreciate it. Love the
Oh, happy
problem.
birthday, Mr. Coos.
Everybody. Everybody, make sure to tune in tomorrow to the Cryptic Paranormal Show here on the RU Media Network. If you don't already, make sure you check it out there. It's a great show. It's a lot of fun. Very informative. Tonight was a lot of fun. It's just a lot of hanging out, and I hope that you guys had fun hanging out too.
Yep, absolutely, man. Always.
Awesome. Well, hey, Zarina.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And every week since the virus came, we have liked to do a closing prayer. So I want to make sure that we still do that today. If you guys need to go, please feel free to go. But we are going to stick around and do this closing prayer so we can help spread some positivity, light, and love.
Okay. I'll tell you what, I will do my vigil along with you guys that I do every night, and it will be parallel with each other.
Okay.
Sounds good. And on that note, real quick, remember your birthday song from Zarina.
Oh, yeah.
That is a sexy pitch. Happy birthday, Mr.
Shawn.
Goose.
Mr. Goozby.
Even with that Southern Belle accent. Wow.
I know.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later.
Thank you so much again. And we're going to go ahead on with the closing prayer.
Have a good night, guys.
Awesome. Hey, good night, Goose. Denise, you want to
love you?
Or are you going to go too?
No, I got to get going.
Okay. Thank you guys again. Have a
Bye,
good night.
guys.
Bye.
All right, Serena. And
It's
now,
me and you, bro.
Look at that. That picture is just, look at you.
I
Anyway,
know. I'm not bad for 47. I'm just saying.
not bad at all.
I know, right? I'm still single though, so that's sad. But anyways.
Well, people suck.
Pretty much.
What are you gonna do? They don't know a good thing when they got it.
Well, that's true. But let's refocus and let's
refocus. That's so hard to do. Like today has been so non-focused and so off kilter. It was actually hard to get the show on track, but we actually did. Of course, they're good friends of ours, so it's always.
I had a fantastic time. I really enjoyed a lot of the information that happened, and I did, even though it was kind of a little bit just not your typical information, it was still a lot of good, viable. Hey, what we really think when we're out there, So, but did you want me to start off, or how you want to do it, boss?
Well. Why don't you go ahead and start it off?
I ask our ancestors and benevolent spirits of light that healing and manifestation of abundance and clarification, truth and justice would prevail in each of our lives. That those that are watching, that they would be restored, whole, physically, mentally, emotionally. And I flood the banks that bind them, and I release the negative and the negative energy, negative people in their lives. And I cancel all past vows and contracts that no longer serve them through all time and space. And I send out that positive 528 healing energy that they may receive their blessing and their healing. And I call their life into alignment, and that their vision will be cleared. Ashe.
Ashe. All right. In the name of the Son, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. I'm messing that up. I'm going to start over again. I'm sorry. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, please continue to send your angels down to us to guide us and protect us. Please help us all heal. Help the ones that are sick and the ones who are affected most by COVID-19 to please heal. Help our society heal. Help heal the fear. Help heal sadness. Help all of us so that we can finally move on. Please help guide us, help guide everyone to making the correct choices to help protect us all, to protect each other. Help people, guide people not to be selfish and closed-minded and let their fears and their ignorance and their misinformation lead them so that we can move on.
Sure.
Thank you, Heavenly Father, for continuing to be with us and blessing us. Thank you for bringing me on this path and allowing me to have this opportunity with this amazing podcast with great guests. Thank you for blessing me, for my family. Thank you for blessing my guests. Thank you for everything. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Mm-hmm. That was some good stuff, Mr. Gilmore.
Thank you. I was using an amethyst skull. And
that's awesome. I was feeling it.
My hand was tingling.
I know. I was feeling it. I felt like Saint Michael was just very strong with you. I feel like he's just, yeah, you're going to be, he's telling me you just need to be ready because you're about to do some spiritual work. And it's going to be very important. And in the next leg of the next 3 to 6 weeks, you're going to have a dynamic turn that happens in your life. So just be ready. I just wanted to share that message.
Stuff always makes me nervous. A dynamic turn. Well, I hope it's a good dynamic turn.
It is. It is. You're going to have a level up of an aha moments that just brings you to a new level of your confidence and your understanding within yourself and your being and your purpose and your role. So, and a new project that's coming. So I just want to share that.
New project. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? My dog is behind me and I saw him moving and it kind of startled me.
Yeah.
What's back there, right? Right? Yeah, he's right there.
Yes, but there's something.
At me.
But there's something else there as well.
Okay. So with that, guys, not gonna hold you guys any longer. Here's my buddy. He's my medicine.
Bye, Grumps.
Gramps.
Yeah.
Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Everyone, please be safe out there. Do the right thing. I'm not gonna go and turn this into a COVID-19 political speech. Just, you know what the right thing is. Please do it. Protect yourself. protect others, and let's all work together so that this can finally end, so we can get life as close back to normal as possible.
Sounds perfect.
Thank
I
you.
love you, OG. Gilmore. Woo, woo.
I love you, Zarina. I love the listeners. I love everybody. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you. Thank you for helping the show be a success. And I thank you for helping it continue to grow, everybody. Next week, we do not have a show. It is my oldest daughter's birthday, so we will be celebrating that instead of a show. But after that, we have another amazing guest. So please do not fret, because we have lots of great stuff coming
Love you,
up.
Melvin.
Thank you, Melvin. Good night.
Mm-hmm.
Good night, Eddie Pence. Good night, everybody.
And John Jerome.
John Jerome.
I feel like the Walton family. Good night, everybody.
Right.
All right. Much love.
All right. Good night, everybody.